Breaking news. The future of the PDP hangs in tiny lines. And since yesterday, the Edo State political landscape has been buzzing as the Federal High Court, sitting in Abuja, nullified the governorship primaries of the People's Democratic Party, which produced Ighodalo as its candidate for the September 21st elections in the state. And the court, in its judgment delivered by Justice Ighodalo, held that the PDP primaries conducted on February 22nd failed to meet the requirements of the Electoral Act 2022, guidelines for the conduct of the poll, as well as the party's constitution. The verdict has, drawn mixed reactions from many people, with the Edo PDP chairman, Mr. Tony, saying that the party's campaign organization in the state downplayed the judgment, noting that Ighodalo has never been removed and will not be removed as their flag bearer. However, the immediate past Edo State Governor, Philip Shaibu, who kicked against the primaries, had challenged its outcome in the court, says he has been vindicated and thanked God for this victory. Shaibu had emerged, according to him, the winner of the parallel PDP primaries, but then went to court when the party submitted Ighodalo's name instead of his own name. And like Shaibu, the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the Edo State was also in a celebratory mood, as its governorship candidate, Senator Monday Okpebholo, had noted that Ighodalo should immediately withdraw from the race because of the court's judgment. Also, the APC campaign council had, taunted the PDP flag bearer and even asked him to join the APC campaign organization because it seems that his candidacy is on the line. The PDP's candidacy is on the line. Although the courts, by the ruling of Justice Ekwo, held that the evidence adduced before the court established that Ighodalo did not emerge through a valid process. But then we are still looking at this issue because this case is still ongoing. No, it's still ongoing. Now, the court had noted that these delegates had approached the court. I mean, a delegate is not supposed to approach the court. A delegate cannot challenge the outcome of the primary. The only person that can challenge the outcome of the primary is an aggrieved fellow candidate, not a delegate. And this discussion has been ongoing for long. And the alleged aggrieved candidate ought to come with his evidence, showing the court that these are the delegates that were excluded. I mean, to prove their points. But it seems that this case it's one-sided in some kind of way, because according to the courts, there were no evidence that the necessary delegates actually took part in the primaries, stressing that the party had failed to prove that the plaintiffs were not qualified to participate in the exercise. And according to courts, the PDP's failure to abide by the provisions of the relevant electoral laws and guidelines rendered as nullity. The outcome of the said primaries was being held at the Samuel Egbemundia Stadium, and Philip Shaibu was not present. He conducted his own primary elections elsewhere. A lot of people said he conducted the elections in his house. And these delegates in question, this issue of delegates is purely an internal affair of a political party. And the court has no jurisdiction to meddle into this. So long as it concerns the party, this is an internal affair. And the court does not have any jurisdiction to give order on these issues. So my country people, the matter is still hanging. The fate of Ighodalo, well, the PDP have said he still remains their candidate. And Justice Eko, while deciding the matter in favor of the plaintiff, noted that INEC also failed to file any process in the matter, saying that it would abide by the judgment of the courts. So this means that the ruling by the courts has not in any way changed Asue Ighodalo's candidacy. The court has not removed Asue Ighodalo as the governorship candidate of the PDP in Edo State. So the jubilations from the APC and Philip Shaibu is just for nothing, because the court did not remove Asue Ighodalo as the candidate. His candidature was not nullified, so his ticket still remains intact. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? I mean, we've been seeing a lot of court actions recently. The Nigerian polity has been, taken over by the courts, by the judiciary, as we tend to see this matter ongoing. But one thing I know for sure is that Philip Shaibu is an aggrieved candidate. The APC also, they are trying to get their hands on the leadership structures of Edo State. Their sole aim is to kick off the PDP from power. That's why they are trying their possible best to, to taunt this judgment upside down. But let's see how it goes. Though Asue Ighodalo's candidature, his candidacy remains intact. He's still the PDP flag bearer, and the election will still go on. But then this judgment by the courts, according to the PDP, doesn't amount to anything, because the courts lacks jurisdiction to rule on parties' affairs, since parties' affairs are eternal affairs. So the court does not have a right to, to remove Asue Ighodalo's candidacy. And this delegate in question ought to have, not approached the courts by themselves, because the courts do not have the local standing to, actually challenge the outcome of the election by mere words of delegates. So guys, there are a lot of things going on in Edo State with the recent court order from the courts on Asue Ighodalo's candidacy, and how the APC tends to react to this, with other members of the PDP also assuring the public and the people of Edo that there is no cause for alarm. Everything remains intact. The future of PDP in Edo State remains intact. Asue Ighodalo's candidacy remains intact, and I mean, let's see how it goes. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.